Welcome to Granny Shifting. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute 9 of Fast 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, it's Jesse from the original Fast and the Furious, and you're listening to Granny Shifting, the Fast and Furious podcast.
We said Fast and Furious.
We said, yeah.
We did.
Fast and Furious. Is that last minute? Or last movie? Last season?
Yeah.
Whoopsie. I hope you weren't confused and unfollowed. But if you're interested
talking about.
And you're still here, please join our Patreon. We want to hear from you, and we want you to win cool free stuff. And come see us at Fuel Fest this year. It's going to be awesome. If you're thirsty, come find us.
Yeah, I have to talk to you about that.
Okay. Not tonight, though.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Are you canceling?
No.
Can I move my surgery up? Okay. We also have our summer screening coming, which is technically...
not. Is it still summer?
Well, yeah.
It might be.
September 21st.
8th.
It's weird. People think June is summer and September is fall. But technically...
yeah.
September is way more summer than June is. I don't know why they do that, though.
Yeah. We call it the summer screening because it's a idiom. Is that right?
It's an idiom? Like each letter means something?
No. Okay, maybe an idiom. I don't know what that means. What is it when it's a, like, Peter Pan picked a peck of pickled peppers? Or like the
riddle.
Royal Rumble. Each
twister.
word starts with the same letter first. What's that called?
Tongue twister, I think.
No, they don't have to rhyme.
I don't think there's a word for
There's
that.
a word for that.
You made that up.
It's something because we had, there was some guy I know that used to do that all the time. What's it called where the first word of,
the poem starts with the same letter.
What's it called where every word in a sentence starts with the same first letter?
Do you think Siri...
Alliteration.
Okay. Oh, okay. Do you think Siri and like Alexa have AI? Because I don't think they do. They don't seem like, from what I've seen, like Chat GPT is like very thorough and good.
Right.
But like Siri is awful.
Yeah, I think
she's like, let me see what I can find on the web for you.
Yeah, Siri.
Like, what? No,
has
I
like
can
always
Google
been
it myself.
Right. Yeah.
And then she Googles the wrong thing.
It's like, Siri, what's the weather supposed to be tomorrow? I found this on the web for, what's the weather going to be tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like, okay,
right.
That's not helpful at all.
So, you didn't tell us what your actual opinion of City of God is.
I only had No, I enjoyed watching it. I wouldn't say it was a cinematic masterpiece.
Okay.
But it wasn't like, I didn't want to stop it partway through, and at the end of it, I wasn't like, oh, why did I watch that? Okay. There's been a lot of movies I've done that too.
Now, your hopes were set very high, which is hard to have a good movie when your hopes are set very high.
I feel like you've been telling me to watch it for 10 years. And so, like, you sticking with it that long was like, man, he really liked this movie.
I just remember it being like, whoa. But I don't remember why. I don't remember it in detail.
I feel like the acting was pretty bad. The plot, I don't know what you call it. It was just like...
It's subtitles, so I feel like it's really hard to judge acting. Like any voiceover Netflix film, I'm like, why is this? But I feel like their inflections are different, and their like pitches of voice when they say things in other languages are different, where I'm like, ew, this sounds so fake and cringy.
Yeah.
And then you're reading it. And the voiceovers.
This didn't have any voiceover.
Yeah, that's true. The voiceovers make it worse because it's somebody like reading the words over top, and they're like not acting. So
they're not voice actors necessarily. Yeah. I felt like it showed some stuff, kind of like in like Slumdog Millionaire or something like that, where it's like this probably exists and like we don't ever see or hear about it, and even if we do, it's not to the point like this is showing us.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of detail.
Yeah, and like kids killing kids over stupid stuff, like kids with guns is like the wildest thing to me. Like they're like, this movie showed that like kids aren't afraid to use them if they have to.
Right, and it was like normalized in that culture there.
Like once you turn 9, here's your gun. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
Yeah.
I remember a chicken, a camera. Wasn't there some with a chicken running all the time?
That's how it started out.
Okay.
It kind of started somewhere and then backed up a while, and then it got to that point again in the movie. You saw how it went from one point to another.
Was it a happy ending?
I don't remember the ending.
What? You remember everything, and you just watched it 2 weeks ago.
It was over a month ago now.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I don't remember the ending. I think it was happy for our main character. For a lot of other people, it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the gang members, they don't need a happy ending.
Yeah. But some of the gang members weren't so bad. They're just selling weed.
Yeah.
Like, it was like turf wars, where one guy wanted to take over everything.
Right.
But the one guy was actually a half-decent guy, but he ended up I think he got killed because, I don't know, the other guy was trying to take over the world.
Whoa, spoiler alert. All of our listeners are about to watch.
It came out in 2002.
Did I tell you I have royalties for the film? That's why I've been pushing it so hard. Make sure you download it and watch it.
I did buy it.
Yes,
so you
I
should
got that
get
12
something.
cents.
All right, so we're on the train, and Brian leans over to Mia and says, "What are you reading?"
She's reading a magazine.
Which is like...
And he does she's across from him, so he reaches over and grabs the top of it. Like, he doesn't have her attention, and he's trying to pull it down to force her attention and make her gaze into his deep blue eyes, which this film didn't do a good job exploding that. Like, previous films, when you saw Brian's eyes, they had
especially the first one. The first one just felt like it was oversaturated when it came to his eyes.
Whoa. Why did he get tan all of a sudden? But keep this going here. I take a little issue with this scene here.
Okay.
So he takes the magazine from her.
And he starts reading off places. Tokyo, Moscow,
She
Goa.
says,
Is that the next one?
Goa. Want to know what all these places have in common? I'll tell you what they have in common. They're right next to each other in the magazine. She has a travel magazine.
Look at this.
Oh, wow. What a screenshot.
Yeah.
She has a travel magazine, and she's reading about these places. And he takes it and flips and sees the 3 places in a row that the travel magazine has.
Don't you know this is a travel magazine specifically for places with no extradition from the United States?
Is that what it is? Okay. So Mia goes on to ask him. Yeah, she asks him, what do these all have in common?
He asks her. Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. She says, what do these have in common?
And he says, I don't know. She says, no extradition, which is like when they ship you back to your country for
crimes committed in that country.
So I just find it very silly that it's not like she had bookmarks on those 3 different ones.
Right.
And it's not like the magazine would be like, Moscow has no extradition.
Right.
Let's include that so all the criminals come here.
And you know for sure that she didn't pick this up to look for places with no extradition. Like they're not going to go to any of these places. Like they have nowhere to go. They have no way to get there.
Right.
They have to
I think what this scene is showing us is they're dreaming of their future.
Yeah.
A place they can go and have a family together because now they're in a relationship.
Yeah.
And they don't have to worry about the crimes they're about to commit because I think that's what's happening.
Yeah. So Brian leans in and kisses her. So they're definitely back together.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, she's pregnant.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Is she the prettiest person in these movies?
What about Fuentes?
Oh, yeah. Monica Fuentes. She's more my flavor than Mia.
Yeah.
What about...
Mia's not bad.
What about Giselle?
I'd say Mia's what I'd call cute.
What about Giselle?
She's pretty. Giselle. Oh, yeah. Giselle's hot.
Did we have this conversation already?
I don't think so. I'd say...
That wouldn't be like us.
I'd say...
Because we talked about
Monica Fuentes is beautiful. Giselle is hot. And Mia is cute.
We need a... Oh, cute. That's like the top. Cute's like top tier.
For a man.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
We're not going to explain that.
We're not going to explain that.
All right.
What was I going to say? We need a hot or not just for Fast and Furious people. Remember
that's
that?
a website from the 1990s.
Did people put their own pictures up there?
Yeah. You put
your
picture
whoever,
on.
And people would vote.
Probably not the 90s.
It was like a Tinder kind of thing.
Yeah, but it wasn't
not for dating. It was just like a picture would pick up and you'd hit hot or not.
Right.
And then it would go on to the next picture and you literally just hot or not.
No, it was early Tinder though, because I think if you paid for premium access to it, you could send them a message.
Okay.
So I don't know. But yeah, you just get votes and they give you a percentage.
Yeah.
Never did that. Definitely. That's
no. I was at a friend's house and he did it. Yeah. I was in the back praying and he was
internet. Oh, early internet. Okay. Now, we're on the train.
We see the ticket master.
Now, I like this because this is accurate. This guy, when I rode the train one time, this guy is actually there. He goes, and you see him like opening the door. He's walking between train cars.
Right.
And he does go up through and check everybody's ticket. He checks with you. He's nice, whatever. All right. Go ahead.
Oh. Well, Mia says something important. She looks at him and says, "Here we go."
Yeah.
So you know something's about to go down.
Do you think they've accepted the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Dom showed up. We think. We don't know.
Yeah.
We think Dom showed up, and she says, "Here we go." So this is the start of the stealing cars.
Yeah.
Ticketmaster's coming. All right.
You were talking about him. You're saying it's just real.
Yeah,
but
that's
like, what
accurate.
happens if you don't have a ticket? Can you get on the train without a ticket?
Yeah. Yep. He comes and checks your ticket and like stamps it. So
and
I
you
don't
just
know.
have to get off at the next stop.
I bet you get fined or something. Now, another accurate thing here. Me and Brian are walking towards the Ticketmaster, and they look down, and there's two guys with badges. They're
American
federal
for sure
marshals.
Oh yeah,
this is a real thing too. There is federal agents that ride trains, and
I thought they were usually in disguise though. I mean, it's just on a plane. There's like a
that I don't know. I just know that they do ride because. Do you remember Frank? He was a police officer in Mountjoy. Now he got a new job. He is a federal agent, still like an officer, but he works for Amtrak.
Oh.
And he just rides trains everywhere. And he's just there if there's a little riffraff or some problem, he deals with it. So this is actually not out of the ordinary to have some officials. But yeah, I don't know about the like necklace with a badge hanging thing.
Yeah. I've only seen them portrayed in airplanes and they're always like they're not identified.
Okay.
Like you don't know someone on this plane is the air marshal or whatever they call him.
Every
but you don't know who it is. Yeah.
No way.
I think
really?
I think it's every plane.
I didn't know that.
Sure, look it up.
That's crazy. I would be now. I gotta like.
You gotta look out for this person.
I'm always try to figure out who it is.
Yeah.
You think he's first class every time?
No, no way.
I would demand
every flight.
I would demand it.
An air marshal.
Plane seats are little. You got to ride a plane.
No, not every flight has an air marshal.
All right.
In the United States, less than 1% of flights have an air marshal. With approximately 44,000 commercial flights every day across the U.S.
Are they undercover, though?
The Federal Air Marshal Service can't place an air marshal on every flight.
So it's like possible he'd be on there.
Right.
Do you think he can fly a plane in a situation? Because I feel like that'd be a good thing to train him to do. Maybe not like good at it, but like if I have to like crash land this, he could do it.
Air marshals are working undercover with concealed guns.
Oh, yeah.
And the power to make arrests.
Okay.
They resemble passengers like us, napping occasionally, watching rom-coms, and eating bland airplane food.
Thank you, Google.
Yeah, that's probably a Gemini response.
All right. AI?
Yeah, that's like Google's AI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like what used to be OK Google, now it's Gemini.
Right.
All right, so Mia meets the Ticketmaster first and bumps into him.
They're walking towards him in the aisle. But this is the most classic, we're stealing your wallet or key card.
Right.
Like, oh, I accidentally like smashed shoulders with you, and then we like grab each other and apologize, and then the guy like reaches in your pocket and gets something. It's almost what happens, but actually what happens is Brian does the reaching, and it almost looks like he takes a picture of his key card. He
grabs the card, which is tugging on the guy's pocket, which you would think
it has one of those like retractable lanyards.
Yeah, luckily that has that.
But Mia's distracting him with her cute looks,
and he uses a little machine and swipes the guy's key card.
Oh, he's got a little square.
Yeah, something like that.
He just ordered dinner. Oh, because they don't have food. Maybe. What if we're wrong about all this and they just
want some food?
Yeah, they opted out, but now they don't have money, so they're gonna just like swipe his card to get free service.
I imagine you need the card to get between the trains or to get to certain trains.
Okay, so Brian has this device. He has no money, but somehow he got a device that can just swipe a card and then it's going to print him a card.
It was probably in those big duffel bags that they had. Vince has all this gear and lives in a shamble of a house, but has the greatest tech gear that you've ever seen.
Yeah, but you got to remember in Central America, there isn't like nice houses. You know what I mean? Like the average. Well, but like an average home would be a terrible home here. Like,
right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Tile floors and like a tin roof.
It'd be like if you dropped my house in Beverly Hills or the Hills or Laguna.
Like this would be a mansion. People would be like, why are your walls so smooth? You know what I mean? Like they just don't.
Why do you need all this space?
Yeah.
Like so I can make a podcast
so
about
he might
your
have
country.
A pretty normal house down there.
Yeah.
But not a mansion because he's laying low.
Yeah. And no AC, obviously.
Yeah.
By the looks of his sweat. All right. So Brian takes this thing.
Oop. Okay. He says, "Excuse me, buddy." They slipped by. He got something from the guy. Scene change. We're in the desert. Same desert, which is like mountains off in the distance that probably have a tunnel through them if you hit it at the right spot.
Like if you didn't tell me where this was, I would have said this is like Nevada.
Oh, Death Valley, yeah.
Mountains in the distance.
Just like desert and bushes.
Yeah, no trees, just weird little bushes.
And there's some strange vehicle ripping through.
It's like a flatbed, but the front of it is...
It's real odd. There's like 4 guys standing on the back of the flatbed over the cab, but the cab is like a weird metal sort of open front end.
Yeah, you
really can't describe it.
It's a vehicle that looks like it's made for a very specific thing.
It looks homemade, actually.
Yeah.
But we can't see it well now. So maybe...
Yeah. And that's the end of minute 9.
That's it.
That's it.
Huh.
We'll get a closer look.
Yeah, make sure you watch on Spotify. You can watch our video, or on YouTube, you can watch the video to see what this vehicle is. Or you can join us next Monday for more.
For another installment of Granny Shifting.
Season 5
of Granny Shifting.
This has been Minute 9, and next week will be Minute 10, Season 5, Episode 10. Don't miss it.
Or else.
And always remember,
winning's winning.